Have you ever had to experience someone or your partner or your loved one trying to make you feel like what you know you don't know it, or that what happened did not happen? They are telling you something that you know that happened did not happen. Or you've been with someone who tries to isolate you, criticizing your friends, criticizing your family, telling you that they are not good enough for you. Therefore, you separate yourself, you isolate yourself from the people that you love in your life. Your partner tries to financially control you by not letting you have full access to your finances or to finances of the family. They always want to be in control. Or is it at work that someone is trying to make you feel like you are not good enough, or taking all the credit and all the glory for a work that was well done? If you're experiencing any of this, or you've experienced it at any point in time, I want you to know that you have experienced manipulation at one time or another. And that is why you are in this class. And today we are going to be looking at what manipulation is, identify each manipulation tactics, and we are also going to know the types of manipulation and how manipulation has actually affected our lives. Now let's start with what manipulation is. Manipulation is when someone is trying to control your thoughts or the outcome of your life. Okay, basically is when someone tries to obtain power from you or have control over you. Okay, I want you to know that I have written down some things, some thoughts, so I don't lose my train of thoughts while I am doing this video. Okay, so manipulation is when someone tries to control you or obtain power over you, okay, and have full control over everything that has to do with you, your thoughts, your emotions, and even your reactions and responses. Okay, that is why we always tell you that there is nothing you can do. All that your manipulator wants is a response or a reaction from you. Okay, so in this class we are going to know who a manipulator is and why they do what they do. Okay, so now you already know now that a manipulator wants to control you. So look at it and answer yourself. Would you not allow someone to control you, to have control over your thoughts, to have control over your emotions, or even your reaction and responses? No, you to look at it. So immediately you can identify that someone is triggering you. You already know that that person wants to have some level of control over you. And what are you going to do in that regard? Okay, so next is I want you to see, now that we have identified who a manipulator is, right, and their aim, their motive. Okay, now let's look at their tactics. Right now, a lot of manipulators use gaslighting, all right, when they try to make you feel like whatever you know you don't know, or whatever you think happened did not happen. Okay, so they make you feel like you're overthinking things, or you're just above your head, or you think that the world is against you, or they are always trying to attack you, when in actual fact what they are doing is what they are doing. Okay, so they triggered you because they know that you are going to react. How do they do this? Okay, is by knowing your weaknesses and using it against you. Okay, when your manipulator know your weakness, they would want to use it to trigger you. So when someone knows that you don't like some things, that's when they try to do it to you. Know that that person is trying to take control over you. In turn, that means that they are trying to manipulate you. Okay, so you have to be very careful. One of the tactics they use is gaslighting. And now gaslighting is from a movie in the 1930s about a man that tries to institutionalize his wife, like he tries to control her, right, by making her think that what happened did not happen, or that everything she thinks is happening was made up by her. So it is a form of mental abuse, or a form of emotional abuse, that make you doubt yourself, that make you think that you are not sure of whatever is happening or whatever the person is doing to you. So the moment someone is trying to make you lose your peace by making you think that something that happened, it did not happen, and make you try to live in denial, or make you think that, oh, you are overthinking things, then you should be careful with this person. Okay, that means that they are trying to gaslight you. So I'm going to give you an example. Like now, for instance, this happens a lot, especially in relationships and marriages. Like, okay, let me use a relationship as an example. You are dating someone, and the guy had been so kind and nice to you, and all of a sudden this guy stops talking to you, he ghosts you, he doesn't message you as much as he used to, and all that. And then you're asking him, why are you not calling me? Or and then the guy is always telling you that he's busy, he doesn't have time, and all that. And then 2 days, 3 days goes by, and he does not even reach out to you. And at the end of the day, you confront him with it, and you tell him that, I don't like the fact that I feel ignored in this relationship. I feel like I am the only one that is, doing all the work in trying to reach out to you. And the guy is telling you that, oh, you should know that I am busy, and that I don't have the time to be talking to you all the time. And then he goes further and says that, oh, you are the one thinking that I don't have your time, or you are the one thinking that I don't love you enough, or you are the one thinking. See, the moment someone is telling you that you are the one thinking, or you are making something up, already you cut them off. You let them know that, no, I know what I'm thinking. I know that you're trying to trigger me. Okay, so that is an example of gaslighting. All right, another way a manipulator tries to manipulate your emotions is that they try to isolate you. Yes, they try to isolate you. This happens a lot in marriages. Okay, when you are married to your partner, and all of a sudden your husband is now complaining about your friends that he knew that you had when you were dating, and then he's telling you, oh, I don't like this your friend because she's still single. Oh, I don't like this your sister's friend because, oh, she's wayward, and all that. These people might not even be that kind of person or persons, and then he's just making things up and telling you that, no, he doesn't like this person's lifestyle, or he doesn't like the way this person dressed to the house when he came to visit you, or when that person came to visit you. You can even be your male friends that had been there, that had been like a support system to you. Your husband now starts saying, no, you can't be friends with Wale again, or you can't be friends with Uche again, because now you are married. That person is trying to manipulate you. If they truly love you, and they love you from a secure place, they would not try to isolate you from the people that were part of your life before you met him. They will not try to take them away from you, or you away from them, because it means that you love these people, you care about these people, and then your husband is telling you that you should stop talking to the people that you love. You understand? It's a way of you might not even see anything wrong in the first place. You might, in fact, some go as far as even not talking to their spouses until they actually stop talking to these people, which is a way of manipulation. Okay, it's a way of abusing your partner, emotionally and mentally. Okay, these are people that were a part of their lives before you met, and during, even if it is during, you could just say, okay, maybe because you met the person during dating, but these are people that were in your life before him. So him not saying that, or her now saying that you should leave her, or you should leave those friends alone, means that they are trying to isolate you, and at the end of the day you feel lonely, and then you feel so dependent on them. That's the end point. That's why they are doing what they are doing, so that you become so dependent on them when it comes to you become so dependent on them emotionally. Okay, because normally you will talk to your friends about anything. Like, you don't have to, there are some things that your husband or your spouse does not have to know about you, or about, you can easily just go tell your friend or your bestie and all that. But now, when your bestie is no longer in the picture, your male friends are no longer in the picture and all that, you are talking, you are becoming emotionally dependent on this person. You can't make any decision without them. Now, I am not saying that there is no place where both of you do things together as partners, but when you become so dependent that you cannot even raise money by yourself, you cannot go out without him, you cannot do anything, all these things means that you are being manipulated, basically. So now the next one is the passive aggression. This one happens mostly with people, probably people at work, or your friends, people at work or your friends. Okay, and this is when they are trying to be indirect, right? So they become passive aggressive to you. You will just feel some level of aggression when they are talking to you. It might look like, oh, they are just talking normally, right? But they are throwing soft jabs. They are trying to make you feel worthless or discredit whatever you are doing. If you're doing a great job or doing something good, they try to discredit what you are doing. See, the moment someone tries to discredit you or make you feel less of yourself, or come for you indirectly, it means that they are passively aggressive towards you, and it's also another tactics of manipulation. All right, it's another tactics of manipulation, and you need to watch out for that. This happens amongst friends, this happens amongst acquaintances, work colleagues, especially work colleagues, church people. It can happen between you and neighbors, and this behavior is intended to harm you or someone else. Okay, it can be intended to harm you, or they might want to use it to get to someone, maybe your partner or your friend, another of your friends and all that. So passive aggression can happen even with your, when you have a very close friend, and then now your close friend has another friend that does not like you. It can happen like that. Okay, so watch out for passive aggression. And passive aggression actually comes in form of energy. That's why you need to be aware to the point where you can discern people from their energies. Before they even speak to you, you're already discerning them. Okay, so like I said, passive aggression, okay, is when they come for you indirectly. I don't know, maybe you've heard this saying, when you feel attacked, like they are talking normally, but you feel attacked. You feel like, this person is trying to talk to you indirectly, right? See, yes, it's you they are trying to talk to. It's you they are trying to talk to. Don't even overthink it. Don't think, oh, I'm overthinking it, or am I too much? No, you're not too much in your head. Yes, they are coming for you. A manipulator knows when they are coming for you, especially this passive aggression. And I'm going to share like a confession here. I'm going to make a confession. I do it sometimes. I do it sometimes when I don't want to go for someone directly. Maybe that person I have noticed some passive aggression from that person. I will definitely give back that energy. Okay, I will get there, don't worry. We will get there. It's also a tactics of dealing with a manipulator. So this one, you actually they don't call you. So when you say, Oga, if you want to come for me direct. If you want to call my name with your full chest, right? So that is when someone is actually passively aggressive towards you. Okay, I hope you get it. Now the next one is love bombing. This one happens well. In fact, this one puts you in a position where you are not sure. You are not sure what the person has for you. Does this person love me? Does he not love me? What am I doing with this person? You know, the person will give you a good vibe today. Tomorrow they are giving you another vibe you're not getting. Okay, that is love bomb. So what this manipulator does is in two parts. They are so sweet to you. They are the first, as in so it's a pattern of behavior where a partner is overtly affectionate, and that is the truth. They are very affectionate, they are very loving. This set of manipulators, in fact, they are the hardest to catch. This tactic, if a manipulator use this tactic to you, you will never even think that this person is a manipulator, because they are so good. Like, you need them, they show up for you, they are there, they are affectionate, they are so loving, right? But while they are loving and all these things, they are using it to take control of your mind, right? Let me give you an example. Is when you meet a guy now, like you're a single lady now. I don't know, maybe it happened to you when you were dating your partner, but when you meet a lady now, and I don't know, maybe it happened with you while you were dating your partner if you're married, but this happens a lot in relationships, right? When you meet a guy and in like 1 month, this guy is showering you with gifts here and there, bossing you with gifts, overtly caring, overtly supportive, overtly this, he's just there. You're like, it looks too good to be true, and you're like, what's going on here? The next thing is inviting you for a family function. It's telling you, oh, come and meet my mom. Oh, I would like you to meet my sister. I'd like you to meet my friend. Within like 3 months of meeting him, and then after, see, all these things he's doing is baiting you. They call it baiting. They call it baiting. You get, so that they can have control over you, right? They will use it to bait you, so you will love them. You will already fall in love with this person because of all the good gestures that they have shown you. Then all of a sudden they start showing you their real behaviors. Then they now carry all the other parts of manipulation. They now start showing you, gaslighting you, ghosting you. We have not even talked about ghosting. I'm going to get there. Ghosting you, gaslighting you, become passive aggressive towards you. They become, they start showing you shaggy small, and then you now start thinking, but because of the way they've shown you so much love, because of the way they've been there for you, your lowest and all that, you are like, could it mean that this person does not love me? You will not be able to make a decision. Why? Because they already have a control over your mind. Okay? They have a control over your mind by love bombing you. Now, this person might go tomorrow. No, you might not even hear from them, and then after a while they come back, and then they are so sweet to you. They are going back in cycles, okay? And then before you know it, you are in a very toxic relationship. You don't know how to get out. You're not sure if this person loves you, right? Because in fact, and I'm going to tell you that this is one big tactics that people that are in domestic violence are experiencing. Yes, from their partners. Yes, people that are in domestic violence, this is what they are experiencing from their partners, because they have been love bombed. Like, this woman will show so much love to them, and then tomorrow this person is coming to slap them and beat them and become very violent towards them, and the next thing we are seeing is the person will come back and shower them with so much gift and beg them and say, baby, I'm so sorry, I won't do it again, I don't know what came over me, I'm so sorry, I love you so much, you are the best thing that has ever happened to my life, you are this, you are that. And then they start sweet talking you, and you're like, no, you hurt me. I say, I know. They will tell you, I know, I'm so sorry, I don't mean to hurt you, blah 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 blah. And then you go back, and then 3 months after, they go back and they beat you again, and then they love bomb you again, and then you go back. It is a way of manipulation, and you need to be aware. Now that we are identifying these things, right, I am sure that it's going to help you build the emotional strength and capacity for you to be able to deal with them accordingly, all right, and know who you're supposed to cut off and who you're supposed to manage. Okay, so now let's go to ghosting. Ghosting is a form of manipulation when either your friend, in fact this happens in friendships a lot, and even in relationships, in fact in all forms of relationships. Ghosting is when someone just goes mute on you. They become avoidant when there is conflict, right? And this is a way of manipulating you to not be accountable. They want to manipulate you so they will not take responsibility for their actions. Okay, so people are weird. I know you are watching this video, you're like, wow. Okay, and this happens when people don't want to take responsibilities for their actions. So now ghosting, you will see them in your relationships, when things happen to, maybe there is a conflict. Anytime there is a conflict, instead of the person to stay and both of you should address it, they can ghost you. Like they will go mute on you. Okay, they will go mute on you. They will not talk to you, they will not pick your calls, they will just go mute. And then you will not be there thinking, did I do anything wrong? What did I say now? What did I do? Why did I, And because you want peace to reign, you will not be the one calling them. And it will start hurting you emotionally because you knew that you did not do anything wrong. So it will start hurting you so much. It will start paining you. You start feeling pain in your guts. You start feeling hurt inside your stomach. You start feeling like you're a terrible person. And before you know it, you are not the one that did bad, though. In fact, you didn't do anything wrong. Okay, they are manipulating you. You did not do anything wrong. And it's also a form of gaslighting. This ghosting I'm talking about is also a form of gaslighting. Like you are calling them out on something wrong that somebody has done, and then they are ghosting you, and I'm making you feel like you are a bad person for even pointing out that conflict in the first place, or trying to address that conflict in the first place. And then the next thing you are seeing is that they are not talking to you, and before you know it, you find yourself apologizing. Yes. Before you know it, you find yourself being the one apologizing and trying to be in their good books. Yes, I know. Has it happened to you before? That happened to me a lot of times. So you'll be the one apologizing just so that peace can reign. And even at that, eventually they will now come back and they now blame it on you. What happened? That was not your fault. They now blame it on you and say, it's because you did this, it's because you said that, it's because of something. They will now just, in fact, a lot of times they don't even have anything to say that you did wrong. They would have nothing to say. The only thing they will just say is that you hurt them, and that's why they went away, or that's why they ghosted you, that you really hurt them. They would not say that, oh, this is why they actually are ghosting you. They would not say, oh, this conflict or something you said wrong. Because you did not do anything wrong. There was nothing you did wrong. You didn't say anything wrong. You didn't behave wrongly. You didn't do anything wrong. They will notice it. Notice it. You will see that that person eventually, when they now come back, they will not say, it's because that thing you said, it really, really hurts them. How can you say such a thing? That kind of thing should not be coming out from your mouth to them. Right? People are funny. So, in that, you feel bad. You feel like, and then before you know it, you are walking on eggshells around this person. You are trying to your best to not hurt them, or to not say, you will now be cautioning what you say to them or how you behave around them, and before you know it, you are not yourself around them, and this will trigger anxiety within you, and this will kill your self-worth, this will kill your self-confidence, because you are like, hey, you always want to satisfy them. They are controlling you. Be careful. Be careful. I hope this has shed more light on all the tactics of manipulation. Now let me tell you the other ones. The other ones are criticizing. If someone would not if someone would not cheer you on when you are doing something good, but they know when to come and criticize something that you did not do well, that person is a manipulator. Yes, tell them that I said that. Tell them that I said that. That person is a manipulator. If somebody is not cheering you on when you are doing something good, and saying, wow, I see a good job you are doing, or even recommend you, or refer your services or your products, or support you, but they come, and maybe that day that you wear short skirts, or you wear a top like my own now, or you wear a crop top, or you try to look good for yourself, and that day they say, how is that your red so your lips so red? What kind of red lipstick is that? Please take down that picture. It's not fine at all. Anybody that tries to do that with you, know that they are manipulators. Yes, tell them that Omotola told you that they are manipulators. Lying. You see anybody that can lie? Even when they are sleeping, they can lie to you. They are manipulators, because if you are not trying to manipulate the truth, you would not lie in the first place. Do you get it? If you are not trying to manipulate the truth, you would not be lying in the first place. So liars are manipulators, okay? And when someone tries to shame you, let's say you're a single mom now, or you're a divorcee, or you're separated, when people try to shame you, in the sense that when they say, single mothers cannot get married, but they know that you're a single mom, they are shaming you. Or let's say that they know that you were raped while you were younger, you're still trying to heal from it, and they say, when you say, like, and they use it against you, like they say something about, how will I put it now? Not that when they talk about rape, don't think they are trying to shame you like that. No, you don't say, the world does not evolve around you, and you're not the only one that was raped. But so that doesn't mean that people will have to stop talking about rape because you were raped. Do you understand? But now, when I mean people shame you, they can say, what did you two go and do in that boy's house? You that you are saying that they rape you up and down. What did you two go and, things like that means that they are actually trying to shame you. So when someone is trying to shame you or discredit the good work that you are doing, that person is manipulating. Avoidance, that's the ghosting I was talking about. When someone is ghosting you, it means when someone is avoiding you so that they can manipulate you. Then the next one is victimhood. This one, a lot of people are sitting on this table. Okay, a lot of people are sitting on this table. When they play the victim game, in all situations, they are the victim. They never take accountability. It's also close to the ghosting, the avoidance, right? And that's because they don't want to take accountability. They believe that they are the victim in every situation. Even when nobody did anything wrong for them, they are still the victim. Case in point, Naija people. Case case in point, Naija people, we are always the victim. We are never seeing the part that we are playing in our situation. We are always the victim of everything. Okay, so that is also another form of manipulation, when someone is trying to be the victim, to manipulate people, to pity them. All right, so they play the victim mostly. I know people, a lot of people sitting on this table gallantly, when people are telling you, I don't have money, I am not rich, I don't this, I'm sick. They are always sick, they are always broke. You see those people, they are trying to play the victim game with you, and that's for you to pity them. They want you to always pity them, and when you pity them, of course they already got their results. They want to manipulate you. They want to manipulate you, so they always want you to pity them, and once you pity them, that's what they are looking for, to manipulate you. So you need to be very careful. Another tactics of manipulation is when someone tries to intimidate you. Well, this one is not so common, but it's common amongst the rich, and rich people versus the average or the poor people. Okay, when they try to intimidate that, and that's the tactics that they call it oppressors, right? So when they try to intimidate you, to get you to do their bidding, is also a form of manipulation, but it's not so common, unlike the other ones that I have talked about earlier. So now that we know all the tactics of manipulation, right, let us go forward. Now that we know the tactics of manipulation, now let us know the impact. Okay, now that you know the tactics, at least you've identified what manipulation is, and who manipulators are, and what they want, their aim and goal, right? Now you have known their tactics. Now let's look at the impact of manipulation on people. Now you need to understand the impact of what manipulations do, all these forms of manipulation, their impact on your mental health and your emotional well-being. Okay, now it has an impact on your self-esteem. Yes, I want you to know that it has an impact, a great impact on your self-esteem. Why do you people think that a lot of people have self-esteem issues? It's because even their parents manipulated them. People that, see, let me tell you one secret. Manipulations, people are manipulated mostly by their loved ones. People are not manipulated by strangers. No, they are mostly manipulated by people that they hold dear to their hearts, people that they love. Okay, and these people know that they love them, so manipulators ride on the current of love to use your love against you. Do you get that? They ride on the current of love to use your love against you. So you need to be very careful who you are showing your love to, and who you are loving so much, because your manipulator might just be waiting for you to fall in love with them so that they can manipulate you and control you. So the first thing is that self-esteem. Now your self-esteem is being affected because at every time, right, you feel like you are the one at fault for everything that is happening, for all the situations, for all the conflicts, you feel like you are the one at fault. And because you feel like you are the one at fault, you start to lose your confidence. You start to lose your self-worth, because you believe that you are not worthy of this person's love, right? And then before you know it, you are feeling you are doubting your worth and your abilities and what you can do. Do you understand? So you are doubting yourself a whole lot of times. And what it does also is that it brings anxiety. So in anxiety, you would always want to fit in. You always want to, people please. You always want to be the nicest in the room, so that you can feel worthy. You can feel some level of acceptance. Okay, and that is what your manipulators are saying. All these things they are seeing it, and they are laughing, and they are enjoying it, and they are basking, like you are giving them so much power. Yes, you are giving them so much power by making them feel that, they see it. They see when you are losing your confidence. They see it when you are feeling like you are not worthy of them. You see it when they see it when they feel like, they see it when you start losing it. They feel it when you start walking on eggshells. They know, they see it. So these are the impact of manipulations on your emotional well-being. Now, on your mental well-being, all right, it causes confusion. Now let me tell you one thing that manipulators want to do. They want to confuse you so that they can take control of you. Okay, so that they can control you. They want to confuse you. If you don't know what you are doing, of course, if you don't know what you are doing, they will be able to ride you. They will be able to tell you to do their biddings. So you need to be watchful of all these manipulative tactics and their effect on you. All right, they want to confuse you, and they want you to doubt yourself. All right, they want you to be feeling confused all the time, like abi I'm making this up, ni abi I'm not getting it right, abi hey. And then you start to not trust yourself anymore. You can't trust yourself, of your sense of judgment, and then before you know, you want to always please them, and then you are walking on eggshells. All right, so now the next, I am going to give you a task for today. All right, I'm going to give you a task for today, because you need to know at every point in time when you've been manipulated. Okay, so now another thing I want to address is the long-term impact of manipulation. Long-term. So let me tell you, parents have manipulated their children. Yes, that's why we have a lot of children now that have low self-esteem, low confidence. They have identity crisis. Their self-construct is not well built, and that's why we have a lot of damaged adults also, because their parents have manipulated them in a lot of ways. But we can't blame them. That's what they know. That's what they grew up into. So actually, to be fair, manipulation is actually a character trait. Okay, so you can also be a manipulator. It is a human trait which everyone has from time to time. It is a human trait that everyone has from time to time. That's manipulation. So it's there. You just have to be aware of it. So as I'm talking to you right now, don't be surprised that you are the manipulator in your story. And thank God that I have got to a level of awareness where I am being aware when my manipulative self comes up, and then I like, shut up. No, we're not manipulating our way through this. Okay, so you need to be aware of the long-term impact of manipulation on people. It makes them feel like they are not enough. When you look at yourself and you just conclude that I am not enough, that's because you have been manipulated too often, too many times, by different people, to the point where they have made you feel that you are not enough. Okay, and how do you now resolve that? Don't worry, you can gain your confidence back. You can gain your self confidence and self-esteem. You can gain it back. Okay, so now let me give you a prompter, or let me give you the task for today. Okay, so I want you to recall a situation. All right, recall a time where you have been manipulated. Yes, recall a time when you have been manipulated. You are going to journal this down. Okay, you're going to write this down. All right, look at all your past experiences. Look at all your past experiences, everything at one point do you think, oh, I think I have been manipulated in this case? Write it down. Write it down and answer the following questions. What were the signs that made you think that, okay, this is manipulation? And how did it make you feel? How did it make you feel? First is, what were the signs that made you feel that, okay, I have been manipulated? Then secondly, how did it make you feel? Write it down. Okay? And how did you respond at that time? What was your response or your reaction? What was your response or your reactions? Let me know. Tell me. And now that you know that this is what manipulation is, these are the tactics, these are the impacts, now that you are aware that this is actually manipulation, what would you do differently now? If this happens to you today, now that you have learned, or tomorrow, now that you have learned this thing now, okay, what would you do differently? How would you respond differently? Tell us. Okay, and on this note, we have come to the end of today's class, this week's class. Okay, and I will see you next week by God's grace. Remember to do all your tasks. Please do your daily challenge. Please and please do your daily challenge. Let's, these things help you to take, to take this lesson seriously and help you to, form new habits. Okay, it helps you to form new habits. So please do your daily tasks, do it very well, and because I want you to get results. Okay, and do this weekly challenge, this week's challenge I have just given you now, this task. Please do it and submit in the group. All right, do it and submit in the group, and I will see you again next week by the grace of God. Next week, by the grace of God, we are going to be doing more of role plays and recognizing red flags and how we can set boundaries. Okay, on this note, I want to say stay beautiful. Okay, stay beautiful, and please do your task. Okay, bye.